In the first couple of years, it seemed that the service we were providing was to let people know they shouldn't be in the business. I thought, well, that doesn't seem like a great road to be on. First of all, it's not a school. We don't sit around in chairs and there's no blackboards or anything like that. It's get on your feet and just start doing it and putting yourself out there. There's no formula for how we instruct somebody. It's about, well, what do you want? How can we help you realize that? And then we will challenge, push, question. The thing we avoid is trying to tell people what to do. People come through this and they find for themselves their answers. Or in some cases, not. The filmmaker has to have a pretty strong center to handle that. Otherwise, if they just float with every opinion and don't take that info and pull it into themselves and say, yeah, now how do I feel about this? How do I process what I've just heard to convert it to my own voice? And I think the peace and the solitude that comes out of this can have a benefit for the filmmakers. If, for example, they're having a struggle, they can just step outside wherever they're working and take a walk in these woods and think about it. Suddenly you realize you're developing these filmmakers, they're getting their projects better, but then there's no place to go, no place to be seen. So the idea was to create a showcasing where at least the independent films could have a place to gather and form a community of seeing at least one another's work. And maybe if we were lucky, somebody else would come. That's how it started. And then it became what it is. Some of the films that came through were successful. They came out of our festival and went into the marketplace. That coincided with a lot of actors feeling like the mainstream wasn't providing them with enough good material to act in, that independent film was better, so they were showing up more and more independent films. So they would come with the films to the festival. That brought the paparazzi. So then suddenly you had all these tiers, many of which had nothing to do with us, nothing to do with our mission. I think last year was the most successful in my mind because we got back closer to our roots when we first started, which was about films that were not likely to get a chance, films that were more unique or unusual, films that did not have a distributor, had not been picked up by a major studio. The fact that there was almost 50% of the filmmakers were new filmmakers, that was a big deal for me because I thought, well, we've circled back more to our original intentions. It's just being able to show the films that are out there and let the audiences decide for themselves what they want, what they like.
It is a charmed experience at Sundance because people are rooting for you and they want your film to exist and they want to be affected by it.
Every year in Sundance, people show up here and there's a new groundswell of hope. And the expectation is kind of this almost carnal anticipation, actually. That connecting of surprise is really a wondrous kind of thing.
Independent filmmakers would struggle for their own identity, for their own voice, for their own vision, for their own mission that they had to fulfill in their lives. Yes, go for your vision. Don't be intimidated.
I couldn't imagine a better place in the whole world to screen my movie. And I feel honored, happy, and excited. If I can imagine a place for this to happen, it cannot be different from this. That's my dream, and we are here.
To have a Sundance in the world where you can come and find this incredible, unique collection of people who care, who understand what movies are all about, and who put the two together and really change the way people think in the world. It's incredibly important.
I don't know, some part of me always believes that people need to have a place to come together to witness things. And that the social interaction is part of the deal. Certainly we give that. In fact, I remember when I was starting Sundance, I thought, well, this is a new idea and there's some danger to that because if it succeeds and you want to keep it fresh and new, it's probably not going to last more than 10 years before things start turning conservative and the fear factor comes in and you lose issues like risk, all the things that I think are important. Then it's no longer new. Miraculously, we've kept going because we keep delivering fresh things.
It's the greatest experience as a filmmaker to be here and to expose your film. And without Sundance, I don't know what small filmmakers like myself would do. I simply don't know.